Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, and welcome to the first day of a new month. That's right, it is now April. We are here on April 1st, and I don't really have an April Fool's Day joke for you, although, if you want one of those, we'll kind of have one tonight on Twitch when I start streaming a game. I'm going to play a special game just for the day. Should be kind of fun, kind of amusing. I think it's going to be a kind of game that I usually don't play on stream. It's going to be the kind of game that I don't think very many people even think about. But that's about all I got for you guys. So come on by Twitch tonight if you want to see the best I can do as far as an April Fool's joke goes, I guess. What I do have, however, is a discussion of how things have been going. You can call this my State of the Channel video. That's what I've taken to calling it basically ever since the year started. And wow, what a month March was. I mean, there was some great stuff happening on the channel in March. I think, honestly, when it comes to YouTube, my expectations were exceeded. My expectations were significantly exceeded. And part of it was because the Seahawks actually did a lot of things in the month of March that were worth talking about. But at the same time, it still wouldn't happen if it wasn't for a lot of really awesome people out there watching the videos, supporting me, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, giving me feedback, and participating in the streams. Obviously, the meat of the month, the main thing that happened during the month was that 5-day period where I did 8-hour streams just talking about free agency. And that's obviously the main thing to talk about if you're looking back at the month of March. It was an awesome 5 days. I wasn't literally in front of my computer for 8 straight hours, 5 straight days, but we basically captured everything of significance that the Seahawks did in the initial waves of free agency, and I think we did a really good job capturing things as they happened across the entire NFL. People were engaged, people were having fun. The streams were filled with hundreds of people at pretty much all times. We actually peaked over 800 on the first day, and that combined with the Seahawks actually doing things like signing Draymond Jones, releasing Shelby Harris, signing Jarran Reed, releasing Al Woods. These moves that actually make waves, that actually get attention, that actually change the team. So, great combination of all those things turned that particular period of time on this channel into one of the most successful, probably, honestly, to this point, the most successful run of days ever on this channel. And when I say successful, I mean by every metric. I mean the people who were attending, the conversations we were having, the discussions we were having, the how supportive people were being, the views the videos were getting, the comments I was getting on those videos, like I said, the conversations that got sparked by the things the team were doing. Some of the conversations around some of what other teams are doing, and all of it was awesome. So this was one of the best months ever, I think, on this channel. Before the month started, I set the subscriber goal at 13,000. But when I did it, honestly, I kind of thought there's no way we get there. We actually almost got there. As of the calendar flipping over to April last night, we were about 62 or 63 short. So we actually got very close. In fact, there was a point in time where I actually thought we were going to pull it off. I just kind of set it there because it was a nice round number. I didn't actually think we were going to be able to get there. And we were 62 subs away. If the Seahawks had made one more big move in the last couple of days, they probably would have done it. So that's awesome. I think we picked up 900 subs or so in the month of March alone. Just, again, generally awesome stuff. Obviously, the second half of the month was all about the draft. And the pre-draft videos are always going to be a little hit and miss. Like, I'm doing more prospect analysis than I've ever done before on this channel. Every year since, like, I want to say 2019, I've been trying to increase and improve the amount of draft coverage I have on this channel in the month leading up to the draft. And obviously those videos are not going to be they're not going to get as much attention as like the big breaking news videos. Like a video where I go into the strengths and weaknesses of defensive linemen or linebackers or cornerbacks, they're not going to get the big attention that a video that's like, oh, the Seahawks just got Draymond Jones, one of the best free agents in the class. Like, obviously, it's not going to be like that, but there's been a massive amount of content getting pushed out in regards to these draft prospects, and most of the videos have done quite well. Sometimes I end up having to do like 4 or 5 a day, and obviously then things get kind of mushed together. I don't really expect anybody to be able to watch 5 12-minute videos in one day just talking about day 3 receivers. And by the way, there's a reason why I bring up that specific example, because in about 24 hours, that's actually going to be the case on this channel. But yeah, those videos do well, and I'm happy with the coverage I'm able to provide. I'm happy with the comments I get. And yeah, that's been going great. So now we go into the month of April 2023, and I believe that this month has a chance to be even more successful, because pretty much every year so far, since I started really doing this like this, the draft, those 3 days of the draft, are basically the hottest time of the year in terms of new subs showing up, in terms of people showing up to the streams, because I'm obviously going to be streaming the whole draft. Those 3 days are massive. And if last year was any indication, and the free agency streams were any indication, when the Seahawks have their pick come up at number 5, possibly even number 20 and number 37, we might push over 1,000 viewers in the stream at that particular point in time. So I am really excited for April. Obviously, these next few weeks are going to be just, we're going to take a look at remaining prospects. We still have a lot to get through. I'm going to take a look at all the positions I haven't already done. So we're not done with that stuff yet. And I understand that, you know, those videos are not going to interest everybody. And even of those videos, some of them are going to interest some people more than others. Like some of those videos are only going to get maybe 500, 600, 700 views. But as we move towards the draft, I think things are going to pick up. The Seahawks are going to be linked in rumors. The Seahawks are going to be linked to particular players, to particular positions, to particular decision trees. And with that is going to come a mounting level of interest in this draft leading up to the actual draft. And obviously the draft is basically the last thing that happens in the month. So right now everything is building towards that. And we still have a long way to go to get there. But I do believe that once we get there, that is going to be a fantastic milestone for us as Seahawks fans in general and for this channel. So I'm really excited for it. Again, planning to stream the whole thing. And that's basically what's going on YouTube, man. Things are awesome right now. Like, the channel's never been growing faster. And a lot of that growth, obviously, a lot of it was because of those 5 days of streaming, which, of course, your channel's going to go through a surge when you're doing something like that, especially when the team you're rooting for is actually doing things like we were. But I do think that there was impressive growth outside of that, and I want to thank everybody for helping make that possible. Watching the free agency analysis videos leading up to free agency, watching these draft analysis videos leading into the draft. It all helps. And also, in April, by the way, we're going to start making a couple Mariners videos. It's only going to be probably like 2, maybe 3 videos a month, but it is going to be part of the channel and XFL stuff. All right, so that's YouTube. I want to talk about Twitch here real quick, because that's the other part of what I do here. March for Twitch, I mean, it was, you know, a month where I picked up an average of about a follower a day. People had a lot of fun. People were supportive. We have the good discussions. But I will say that there were a couple of big releases over the last couple of months, and I'm finding, this is kind of surprising to me, that playing these big new AAA releases doesn't really change that much. It doesn't really change that much in terms of interest. It doesn't really change that much in terms of the discussions. And I find that the number of people who turned out to watch me play stream of Breath of the Wild back in January, like, that was actually the most interesting thing I've ever done on Twitch to the average viewer. It seems like those streams were getting well over 20, We pushed past 30 a few times, and last month we did great stuff. We had great stuff. I had a lot of fun. We went through the Resident Evil 4 remake, which my game of the year so far. We're pushing through Horizon Forbidden West, which it's a good game. We finished It Takes Two on stream actually last night as the co-op game. We finished Fire Emblem Engage finally, which was an ongoing playthrough that had been lasting quite a while. We beat Dead Space 3 co-op as well. That was something that was part of the early March. So we're playing these good games. We're playing these cool games. I thought that there might be a massive spike in interest over on Twitch when I was streaming games like Hogwarts Legacy and the Resident Evil 4 remake because they were hot new releases. I literally started playing them the moment I could. Like the day of release, in some cases the night before release. But yeah, it is definitely one of those things where I'm finding that the games are not really what people come out for. The thing that people come out for is just me. And I could be playing anything and people will still come out. So kind of an interesting discovery there. I'm going to continue to play new releases, the big AAA releases. Like I think in April we've got a Jedi Survivor and possibly Dead Island 2. I will be playing those at launch. But I am definitely noticing that at the end of the day, I'm just there. I'm just there. Whatever I'm playing, people are going to show up and kind of react the same way. So, kind of just something that I've noted. Maybe it's not terribly surprising given the reason why I stream on Twitch, but it is definitely something I noticed and something I'm going to have to keep in mind in the future. But great, really fun month on Twitch. Really great month. I'm happy. Like I said, April, I'm going to continue to work through Horizon Forbidden West. That's going to be the main console playthrough. And after tonight, and tonight's going to be like a April Fool's Day stream in a way, I'm going to probably start on Elden Ring because people have been asking me to do Elden Ring for a long time. A lot of people have said, when are you going to stream Elden Ring? Probably either tonight or tomorrow. Sometime this week, let's say. Sometime this week, you're going to see me start an Elden Ring run. I've never played it before. I missed out on it at release because I was doing other stuff at the time. So I'm going to be streaming Elden Ring. That's going to be one of the main playthroughs this month. And hopefully, I'm able to push through it in the time between now and the release of Jedi Survivor. That's hopefully the plan. I don't know if it's a realistic plan. I know it's a very long and very hard game, but I've played games like it plenty of times before. I played all the other From Software games, so I'm not expecting this is going to be much more challenging than those. In fact, I think it'll probably be a little easier. But those are the main plans. Like I said, Jedi Survivor and Dead Island 2 come out late in the month. Those will be things I pick up probably when they come out. But yeah, other than that, we're just working through the backlog. So hopefully people will show up for that. Hopefully people will have fun with those playthroughs. And again, the main reason why I stream on Twitch is so we can have those sports discussions about the Seahawks, now the Mariners, to a certain extent the Sea Dragons, NBA playoffs are approaching. Sometimes we talk a little bit about that. The NFL in general, of course. So, yeah, that's basically what's going on Twitch, just to let you guys know what's going on over there. If you haven't already followed me over there, and it sounds like a good time for you to be over there watching me play a game like Elden Ring, which is definitely going to throw me for a loop at some point. I know what kind of game it is. Head on over there. And that's really about it. That's really about it. I'm probably going to be using my Twitter more now that the Mariners have started, because Twitter's a good place to talk about the Mariners, because there's a game every night. I'm definitely not going to be making a video every night, and Twitter's a good way to capture how I feel in the moment. I thought about making a YouTube short every night for every Mariners game, but I'm kind of moving away from that. I think that was probably not the greatest of ideas, and I don't think I'm going to be doing that, basically. So, once again, one of the best months I've ever had on YouTube. It was an incredible March. Thank you to everybody for helping make that happen. We had fun over on Twitch as well. Again, like I said, I did learn some things over these last couple months about playing new releases and finding out that they only resonate to a very limited degree with my audience. And yet, See you guys later. Go Hawks.